Greetings, Nick with Sweetwater here, and in today's short video we're going to be taking a quick look at the newest member of the ever-growing Synergy family of affordable all-tube 2-channel preamp modules, the DRECT. And, as its name suggests, the DRECT pays homage to the legendary dual rectifier amplifiers that literally dominated the down-tuned hard rock and metal worlds of the 90s and beyond. From Linkin Park to Korn, 311 to Soundgarden, and George Mr. Scary Lynch to Metallica, and all points in between, the rectifier literally ruled the roost. Like all the Synergy preamp modules, the DRECT is an all-tube analog affair, crafted by the company's impressive tube amp building engineering team. To be more precise, the DRECT module boasts a pair of dual triode 12x7 tubes and two totally independent foot switchable channels, blue and red. The DRECT's two foot switchable channels are identical and both boast the following controls going from left to right: gain, bass, middle, treble, presence, and of course, volume. They also both offer the same two switchable mode options as well: orange, which is crunch, and red, which is high gain. This means I can mix and match crunch and high gain however I please. Both channels could be different settings of crunch or high gain, or I could have one of each, just like this. First though, a quick guitar change. As I'm sure you know, there have been various revisions of the game-changing dual rectifier amp since their introduction back in 1992. That said, revision C is the one that first introduced the rectifier's gritty, high-gain, low-mid punch and articulation to the world, and that's the one the DRECT module emulates so very well. Now, Synergy's preamp modules have been around for quite a while now, and numerous videos have been made on them over the years, including no fewer than 4 on this fine channel. As a result, I'm pretty darn sure you're well aware of the various options you have to fire these fine modules up and use them. So this part will be really, really brief, I promise. The Synergy head I'm plugged into right now is the Syn 50, a 50-watt tube head with 2 preamp module docks, thus making it a 4-channel amp. Boasting 3 12x7s and a pair of 6L6 power tubes, the Syn 50 comes with a 4-way channel switching LED foot switch and global controls for density, presence, and of course, master volume. It also has a series effects loop, a cab simulated out, and is MIDI friendly. Hurrah! The head's 2 ports means I can team up my DRECT module with any of the other Synergy modules. And there's over 20 of them to choose from, including ones from Diesel, Soldano, Bogner, Friedman, and Morgan. Plus, of course, Steve Vai's None More Green signature preamp module. The cabinet I'm plugged into is a Synergy 4x12 loaded with 2 Celestion Vintage 30 speakers and also a pair of greenbacks. If you'd like to go more compact though, there's also a Vintage 30 loaded Synergy 2x12 cabinet on offer. Another option is to go the rack route via the Synergy SYN2 preamp module, which has 2 preamp module docks, MIDI, an effects loop, and more. The perfect partner in crime for this one is the Synergy 5050, a 2-channel 2x50 tube power amp. And if you'd like to know more details about the Synergy products I've just mentioned, they're just a click away on sweetwater.com. The third and final option is my own personal favorite, the compact SYN desktop single preamp module. This bad boy right here. Check it out, very cool. It's great for recording thanks to its excellent cab emulation output, which carries an analog simulation of a 4x12 loaded with 2 greenbacks and 2 vintage 30 speakers, just like the one behind me. In fact, I dig that output so much, we're going to finish this video by checking it out in a minute. And just so you know, you've already heard it on the backing rhythm track, which is panned hard right on my intro. The SYN 1 also boasts an effects loop, a single 12AX7 tube, controls for sag and volume, and comes with a 2-way LED foot switch for channel switching and bypass. And in addition to being a great plug-in and play recording option, you can also use the SYN 1 in a 4-cable method on any amp with an effects loop to add 2 more channels to your setup. In fact, I did exactly that with my trusty old DSL 100 head recently, and it gave me 4 channels. 2 Marshalls and 2 DRECT, the best of both sides of the pond, if you will. Anyway, enough of my blabber. Let's listen to a few more sounds from the DRECT, this time using the SYN 1 dock with its cab emulated output plugged straight into the mixing board. First though, we've got to get the module out of the SYN 50 head and into the SYN 1 module. And we're back. It only took a few minutes to unplug the module from the head and plug it into the SYN 1. And just so you know, for a couple of the tones you're about to hear, I'm going to kick in a tube screamer or maybe a super overdrive, as just like the amp it emulates, the DRECT module plays very nicely with pedals, especially overdrive devices. Now, I could of course play on and on and on and on, but I think you get the point, and I also think you've had quite enough of my nonsense. Anyway, to sum up, I'm just going to say this. Just like the rest of the Synergy modules, the DRECT delivers exactly what you'd hope and expect it to do at a price that won't break your piggy bank. Well, you'd have to break it to get the money out, but that's all. It's easy to use, great for recording with the SYN 1 dock, and it's a 100% analog tube-driven circuit. As my Canadian pal Glenn Fricker so aptly put it, this system is like Pokemon for guitar players. For more information on the Synergy DRECT model or any of the company's myriad of fine guitar-friendly products, please go to sweetwater.com, or better still, call your oh-so-friendly and oh-so-helpful sales engineer. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Sorry, couldn't resist. Mr. Grohl, I apologize sincerely. Goodbye.